to a brand new rep. They gave me all the reps' information, and so I wanted to welcome them, because so the upline NMD sends this letter with all of their information, and then they're connected. Okay? So, I mean, is everything here or what? I mean, it doesn't make it. Thank God for Michelle Ball. She created all of this.
And Sherry.
And Sherry, well, Sherry
I copied Michelle's.
She just copied. That's a good
But no,
thing.
but she still had to, no, she had to convert it. We had to convert everything to American. Okay, then customer care is where you,
third, the next
oh
one.
yeah, I forgot that. Okay, this is so important. We took this from Michelle Ball too. As you guys know, we're only teaching you fast track to DD, do your HOP, VF, VFQ. Why is qualifying your business so important? You know what we should put on here too? That call I did, we could put the MP3 on here. The call I did was all just about qualifying.
Like if you click on this, you can listen to it.
Right.
Maybe I do that. Okay.
That would be awesome. And I just got, I didn't know if Wendy Campbell put it on her site, so it's even on her site now. But this is so important. So you as a leader need to explain to your person the steps and why they're important. We used to skip over qualifying. It has to be a natural step in your business. And if you heard Kurt Beavers, was it last week with Kurt?
No, that was 31st.
Yeah, well, we didn't have one last week.
Okay, so it was 2 weeks ago.
Thank you. So anyway, what you heard him say, which is so true, is if you have to set yourself up in the beginning so that you maximize your income all the way through, and the only way you do that is by getting your strong foundation of customers, 30 or 40 customers, 30 whatever it is, triples or trios, and 40 regular ones. Now you've got that. Now you're qualified. So yes, when your team starts building, that 5% is small amount, but when you get to where we are, it can become several $1,000s of your check a month. And it's the biggest part of your check. So you've got to be qualified and maintain that. Don't depend on people to qualify you. You need to qualify yourself. Okay, and then we've got obviously the stair step, and we show, I mean, look, everything is right here. What's that?
Vision board.
Oh, what you're going to be doing today. Okay, perfect. And now this is exactly what we just transferred over, the last piece that was missing, because Tammy pointed out to me there was one piece on the mission-driven system that was missing. So now this is exactly what the company's using. It's the one that Julie Herbst created. It takes you all the way through the funnel, and when you click on each one of these, you've either got a page or a YouTube video clip. I mean, it's got everything for you, you guys. Everything is right here. But you need to use it so your team will use it. And then as soon as somebody asks you a question, you can just refer them to this. Oh, go on our website and click on building your team, and it's the third thing, it's the third thing down, whatever it is. Okay. Oh, and then above and beyond.
This is just if anybody has any good ideas of what you do for customers.
Yeah, we'd like to know this here.
Then we could put them here. These are things that I do, but everyone has different ideas, and it's good. So I'd love to know your ideas.
So what you do when you're following up with people, doing your customer care. If you've got any ideas, we'd love to put it on here. And then, of course, our Inspire page. Oh, we need to update this, too. We got some new qualifiers. You're on your team, your guys' team. But then on the top part, you know what? I mean, you may have a dental hygienist, whatever. Somebody in the healthcare. Have them listen to Sharon's story. Amy's a physical therapist. I don't remember. Oh, Michelle does her personal story, which is really good. And then, so you can just pick and choose whichever ones you want. And then we're still waiting for a couple more of our leaders to get theirs on here. So, to me, this gives you pretty much everything you need to be successful in this business. Now, I know Melissa had asked a question, so I'm going to kind of open up as a forum. She wanted to know, any of us could give some ideas on, Melissa has a ton of customers, but she kind of doesn't feel comfortable just opening up conversation. Just like she was on a trip to Europe with a bunch of people, and she probably had many opportunities where she could have, but she didn't feel comfortable unless it really presented itself. So I'm sure that this happens to a lot of us. Shaking your head, yes. Okay. So what we're looking for here is just, obviously there's no wrong way to do it, but how we want to know how you guys start a dialogue, whether it's about the product or the business. So, I mean, I can tell you what I do, but it has to be comfortable, coming from you. So you have to know that whether you're in a grocery store, a beauty salon, do they even call those that anymore? That's what the old hair dryers like this. Wherever you are, there's going to be an opportunity for a conversation. So, and if you're waiting for the person to say, oh my gosh, you just look like the epitome of health, what are you doing? I guarantee you it's probably not going to happen. So, or if you're on you're on one of your kids' sporting things or at their school helping out. I mean, what are some ways you've been doing it more recently? So I know I'm not putting you on the spot, but what do you say to somebody if you have they don't know what you do?
Yeah. So yesterday I was at my son's school and I met a new parent sitting next to her, and she complained that her daughter's sick because her son's started school last week and now bringing home everything. So I just said, that's so unfortunate. Have you ever heard of Juice Plus? And she said, I feel like I have heard of that. I feel like I've seen that at my doctor.
Oh.
And I said, yeah, that's just when I shared. My children have been on it for a year now. My boys haven't been sick once, and my daughter gets little things here and there because her hands are always in her mouth, but she cuts it in like a day. And no prescriptions needed, and I have a peace of mind now. And she started saying, oh, I think I'd like to know about that. I said, I'd love to bring you a sample and, a flyer. I have one in the car. Do you mind if I go run and get it? And that was that. So she's still someone I have to follow up with. But then the next day I'm at my daughter's school, and a teacher hasn't seen me in a while, and she said she's been trying to get pregnant. Well, I know 2 people that are my customers that got pregnant and hadn't been pregnant in years. So I felt like I had to share it with her. So, I know you don't know what I do because I haven't seen you in a while, but I just feel like I have to share this with you. It's just Whole Food Nutrition. I told her I sold it, but I didn't have a card or anything on me at that moment, and I just said, just check it out because it's something that could really benefit your life with nutrition.
That's good. But you're finding opportunities.
I speak it in because it doesn't matter what someone says. This is going to help so many different things.
Right. Exactly. And go ahead.
Well, I'm listening to that when a person presents a need, I don't have a problem. It's when we were on the motorcycle trip for 8 days in Europe, no one presented a need. So I do listen really good because I've been a counselor, so I'm really good at listening. It's when nothing presents, a need doesn't present. So those were needs presented. That is not.
Well, I can tell you what I did in Mexico.
Yeah, I just want to hear the ant guys come in.
Yeah. Well, when I was in Mexico, I didn't do Juice Plus at that point. But looking back on it, if I did, I was rethinking it through my head. I would just start striking up conversations with people that I don't know, and I don't like to do it. But I make myself just compliment them on their dress, or hey, how long have you been here? Is this your first time in this vacation? Or hey, Aunt Man, do you have a family? I would just start asking questions, and then when I'm asking questions, something will present itself. Or they'll turn it around. So what do you do? And then I'm right there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is what I do.
Well, I think in Eric Worre's book, he actually talks a lot about that. You can't obviously just open up a conversation with, oh, you look like shit. You need Juice Plus, Probably some. Yeah. I'm good today. No, I think that what she's saying, which is, if you start just having a random conversation with somebody, I think we're all very personable. Compliment them, or how are you doing? Oh, this is your family on vacation, or whatever you're going to do to start a conversation. Then it always does come back to, what are you here? Why are you here?
Well, I was on vacation. I want to use that as an example. I was personal with these people.